There's no planes in the air. Haven't got any work or pay. Can't go anywhere. Can't see the family, no matter where they're from. Is this now reality? Has everything gone wrong? 2020 rendezvous, me and me, you and you. 2020 rendezvous, there's nothing that we can do. 2020 rendezvous, turn away from the EU. 2020 rendezvous, 2 meters between me and you. I'll wear a mask like most my friends. We can't dance or sing. The lockdown that never ends, and the hell that it brings. So I'm stuck at home again. Going out is weird. I read Facebook every day. It confirms what I fear. 2020 rendezvous, me and me, you and you. 2020 rendezvous, there's nothing that we can do. 2020 rendezvous, turn away from the EU. 2020 rendezvous, 2 meters between me and you.
bastard, month ago.
I've got he double the amount of fish that he turned into wine.
They remind me of the heading.
True, he needs to grow up.
And he's back. Yes, kebabs definitely come from Turkey, and you can say that.
Hello and welcome everybody to tonight's Spudathon. Tonight's show will leave you spud struck. But first, the man who likes his spuds cradled, it's Chris.
You are? That's just a rumour. That's never been proven.
And the man who prefers his spuds shaven, it's Trevor.
Shaven all the way. Far more dynamic when you're running with no shots.
And of course, the man who hasn't seen his spuds in a while, it's Ricky.
Oh, talking about me? Oh, hello. How you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, hey, I didn't see you there.
And of course, there's me, Great Spuds of Fire. That's not me. Hang on a minute. I'm there. I've got our buttons the wrong way round. I went to you. I went to you, Chris. Does that mean I went to you earlier? No, I didn't. Anyway, hello everybody. Please share and subscribe the stream. I've only just woken up. I woke up sometime around 6:20, all over the gaff as ever. How's everyone doing? We should say some hellos, really, shouldn't we? So, hello Evelyn. Hello Bex. Hello Gage. Hello Alan. Hello Donna. Anne Blair there. Sharon, hello. Hello Jenna. Hello Mike Crooks, Mike Penninger. Oh, we got the full team in tonight, haven't we?
The gang's in.
And Ada is here as well. Amazing. So,
Fucking Ada.
coming up in the show, we have a new video. We're going to chat about the Nirvana baby suing. We've also got Your Chosen 5. Plus, we've got Trev's song, well, sort of. Remember last week we played Stage Struck and we said we were going to do a Space Potatoes version? Well, we now have a Space Potatoes version of Stage Struck, so we're going to play that. We got Chris's album of the week, which I've got to say is the best album of the 90s, in my opinion. And I will be chiming in and getting over the top on that one. And we got Trev's True or False, we got Ricky's Confession, and we got Jesus the Pen. So there we go. Yeah, that's what's... Jesus the Pen. So don't forget to vote, everyone. We've been noticing that the last couple of weeks the votes have dipped on the songs. I give you options to be able to vote for more than one song and do what you want. And you screw it all up by putting two of Ricky's in the chart again.
What?
It's all just wrong. Shall we start the show with a song?
Why not?
This week's number 5. It's not one of yours, no.
Oh.
It's not one of yours. But it is the latest, newest one from me that they've heard. Anyway, I know you've heard some newer ones, but the latest ones that they've heard. This is called Fears. Yeah, In Excess meets the Rolling Stones, which is kind of nice that this had a bit of a Stones influence, you know, because of Charlie Watts, but we'll talk about that later. So here we go. Fears off Megalomania, 2020 Rendezvous.com/shop. Buy it, pre-order it and all that.
done to me. I can't escape your breath. I need some space to feel alive.
Yeah.
There we go. That was Fears there from Megalomania, which you can buy at 2020rendezvous.com/shop. Save that thought, Trevor. It was a very, very good story, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about it in a second. Before we move on to our next topic, we're going to play the Series 2 pledge. Now, last week, I don't know when it was, but last Spudathon, whenever that was. I'm sure it wasn't a year ago. Yeah. We played it, and a few people dipped out for a couple of minutes and then came back. And that's just not on.
What? On what? On the pledge?
On the pledge. I played the pledge. They dipped out the stream and then came back again. They're like, he's playing the pledge. Don't need to know about this. I'm going to go and get a cup of tea.
Disgraceful.
Now, statistically, not all of you have actually done what I've said in the pledge. So you need to watch it, for starters. And secondly,
It's really important.
I've written some software to track who leaves, and I'm going to be naming and shaming people who leave and can't go through and
addresses and the
yeah,
bank details.
watch the whole 2 minutes. So we're going to have a bit of a verbal public execution at the end of this. So enjoy the Series 2 pledge, listen to what it says, and buy pre-order shit at 2020rendezvous.com/shop. Thank you very much. Hi there, Dave here, and we're making Series 2 of 2020 Rendezvous. Now, if you're asking yourself, what's 2020 Rendezvous, then go over to youtube.com/spacepotatoes and watch Series 1 of 2020 Rendezvous. It's the playlist at the top of the channel. Now, that series ends in a load of drama. I'm not going to give any spoilers away. I think it's going to be healthy, Chris. I think it's going to get it all out in the open.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be well healthy, yeah, because I'm going to look like a fucking idiot.
The new series, Series 2, picks up from where that drama left off, but it gets even juicier and we've got some new bad guys. But we need your help to make 2020 Rendezvous Series 2. So what can you do to help us? Well, you can go to 2020rendezvous.com, go to our shop, and pre-order the new albums, 14 and Megalomania. Now, they come as a pack of 2 albums, or you can buy them individually, or you can buy them in a pack with handwritten lyric sheets that we're going to sign and send out, so you'll get all our wrists hurting having to sit there write out lyrics of whatever song you choose. Plus, there's the vinyl and the download of the previous album, Baked, the best of Space Potatoes, 18 tracks of absolute pure gold. Well, and it was in this position that even I realised my ego had gone way too far. So that's one way you can help us. You can also share this video. You can also go and watch 2020 Rendezvous, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share it amongst your friends if you like it. That helps us as well. Share, 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 share. But we do need your help. So thanks for watching this video. Remember, go to 2020rendezvous.com. That will give you all the links for Series 1. You can go to our shop. You can become a member in our members area, all that stuff. It's all over there on 2020rendezvous.com. So please help us make Series 2. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please share. So there we go. That was the Series 2 pledge. 4 people disappeared during that. Right, we're going to have some words.
Subhuman scum.
Subhuman scum. But thank you very much for watching and joining us here on the Spudathon podcast. So, Charlie Watts died in the week.
Yeah.
That is
Sad.
absolutely tragic news, isn't it? Really tragic. I saw the Stones in 1990 with my mum and dad at Wembley Stadium, and on stage, as well as the Rolling Stones, was Lorelei. That's the first time I ever laid eyes on Lorelei. And who'd be thinking that, 30 years after that, she'd be staying in my house during a global pandemic. But Charlie Watts, he was just an absolute legend of all. You a big Stones fan, Trev? Do you like the Stones at all?
I like them. I was never a fan, but I happily listen to any of their stuff. But I did got to sort of meet Charlie Watts. Didn't actually talk to him. But
Tell us.
We did a couple of supports for Kasabi. I think it was in Europe, really big places. I was up on stage just messing on with the gear and stuff because we had our little area that we could set up, And he got up. Some of their tech guys were playing guitar and bass and stuff, and he got up to do a little drum sound check, and he was literally about 6 foot to my left. And I didn't go anywhere. I kept my head down so no one said, "Oh, he disappeared." And he got up there, played about half a song. That was it. Great. He had a very laid-back way of playing.
He's the master of the understatement.
Man.
He wasn't a flashy drummer at all.
He even sat next to it acoustically. It sounded great.
It's an amazing kit that he had.
Yeah.
That 57 Gretsch, whatever it was.
Just loved it. The cymbals nice. Everything was sweet. You didn't have to wince. You sit next to some drummers when they start on a kit and it's painful. But this was like pleasant. Yep. that was it.
Painful indeed for a lot of them. We're going to try and level our audio levels out. Trevor and Chris seem a bit quiet. Let us know in the comments if you can hear us all
Hang on.
properly. Trevor and Chris seem a tiny bit
That might be
quiet
better.
compared to Ricky.
Control.
Ricky's always loud, isn't he?
I've just noticed my knobs a bit.
Do I need to turn down a bit?
No, you're fine. You stay the same, mate. It's all good.
I was leaning back.
So Charlie was. You listen to something like "Get Off of My Cloud," and just the way he hits the snare drum and that is just iconic. He had the moment you heard a bar of his playing, you'd know who he was. He just had a sound about him. The ring on the drums and everything was just so unique. We've lost.
Gage says Trevor's quiet.
Well, there we go. Yeah, I thought Trevor was quiet as well. Hence, I asked him
Just
to
turn
turn
my
up.
gain up a bit. How's that?
So R.I.P. Charlie. We'll miss you, local lad to me anyway, and to you, Ricky. From just down the road. Drink for you, mate.
I was never. I would say I'm a massive Stones fan. Like their music, that doesn't offend me or anything like that whatsoever. I never really got into them, sort of thing. But Charlie himself, I've seen so many interviews of him and loads of videos of him playing, and he's got such a dry sense of humour, and some of it just went over so many people's heads. But he was just a really normal, down to earth guy, completely.
Yeah.
Just so normal.
You need a normal guy. When you got a band with Keith, Mick, and Ron Wood in it, Bill Wyman, you need that straight guy in the middle, just being normal. And I wasn't a massive Stones. I always preferred the Beatles to the Stones, but there's a good 30 songs by the Stones that are absolute classics that I never get bored of hearing. That And,
See, I was the opposite. I was always more Stones than Beatles.
And Let It Bleed is an incredible album. That's my favourite Stones album.
Love it. Grew up on it. Thanks to my mum and dad for introducing me to that and bringing me up on it and whatever. And it's certainly on some recent Space Potato songs. The Stones influence has kind of come out more
with the tuning.
So there we go. So R.I.P. Charlie Watts.
Yes.
You've done us proud, mate. Let's move on to the number 4 chart position. It's not. I'm afraid nobody voted your song, any of your songs, number 4 this week, Chris. Sorry about that.
I demand a recount. I'm going to speak to Donald Trump. He knows about these things.
So here we go. Number 4, 1,000 Things. button. So that was 1,000 things there. That was this week's numero 4. Ooh. Oh. So what have we got next on our list of things to do and chat about? Oh, it's that time again. I need to turn the music up so Trev can hear it, because if he doesn't hear it, he doesn't respond and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, he's lost.
He is. True. He needs his cue. Anyone would think he was playing poker? Snooker. Fucking hell, I don't even know what game of cue is. Last time I played poker with a cue, lost an eye. Anyway.
And a load of money.
Poker with a cue.
I know, that'd be so ridiculous, wouldn't it?
That's cloaker.
Only if you lose, isn't it?
We went to poker the other night, potted 3 reds. Anyway, this is your music, Trev. Fucking hell.
Lovely.
I don't know.
Go on, Trev. Right, so it is a true and false, but it's more of a true and false. So, years and years ago, this was in our third house, on Nisham Road.
You know, most people only have one.
Well, you know,
all the money's in power.
Anyway, you know what I mean. So we had a party. This is before we had children and that, so we had a bit of a party. I went dressed as an intergalactic transvestite, makeup, everything, super tight leather trousers. I looked like quite a dishy bird actually, but with muscular arms. So I got up to a few shenanigan things, got slapped off the wife, got slapped off our friend Judith. Not nasty, but reasonable slap for being a bit rude. Second is, I went to the same party dressed as a deranged priest and got 6 slaps for being extra deranged.
Right. So this is purely costume based.
Yeah.
And the repercussions of said costume.
Yeah.
So the first one was a what, Trev? Just repeat that. The first one was a
intergalactic
transvestite, armed with
Frankenfurter from.
I had a big leather whip that I was using as a belt, and then tucked in that belt was a rather large dildo, fully batteried up and fully vibrate. That's what I got the slap for. I had the same. If I went as a priest, I had the same dildo with the same batteries in, using it. That's why I got slapped anyway. So.
What years? What years were these parties?
Oh, this will be. I was about 19. So when was that?
1932.
1865.
79, I suppose.
2.
Yeah, Dave was
BC.
The year I was born.
All right.
I was 2. Well, in that case, if I was 2, then I'm going to go for number 2, because I can't imagine you being an intergalactic transvestite, transsexual, or whatever you said.
I want to go with number 2, the priest.
Don't get them mixed up, Chris, or you're going to get us cancelled.
What?
Don't get them mixed up, Chris. You'll get us cancelled.
I didn't hear what he said. I wasn't getting them confused. I was.
I know, I'm being silly. Right, so Anne says, Evelyn says 2, Anne says 2, Donna says 2. Jenna also says 2, and Mike Crook says 2, but Bex and Sharon and David Mitchell and Brian Craven are all saying number 1, and Richard's just waving. I'll take that as just whatever. So we got lots of number 1s, lots of number 2s. Feels about even. I didn't count them, but it all seems good to me. So I'm gonna go with number 1. I like the intergalactic transvestite story better. I might be wrong, but
transvestites, geezers in disguise.
Now you are fucking gonna get us cancelled, you ginger twat. Right, so
what was it?
Which is it, Trevor? Give us it.
It was number 1.
Was it?
These cheapo plastic trousers that were super tight. I got a black string vest that was too small, so it looked super tight.
Right.
Full makeup, the lot was mega. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, I had this dildo that we acquired, and I was sneaking up behind people, giving them a bit of a buzz. So
Giving them a bit of a buzz.
I got a slap off the wife, and I got a slap off our friend Judith because I gave her a bit of a shock.
What actual like that? They were like a bit offended.
No, not offended at all. Not if you knew our friends.
Oh right.
So I was
Playful
holding
stuff.
it.
People up north aren't offended.
Well, I was holding it in a certain place and then sneaking up behind and going.
Got a wallop.
Yeah. But I quite enjoyed wearing all the makeup, actually.
Oh,
Great.
tight.
Yeah, it was good. Anyway.
Oh,
Everyone-
look forward for a bit of lip gloss at front of house from now on then.
Oh, yeah.
Again.
So coming up in the show, we've got our pick of a song, which has also got a new video that some of you may have seen. A thank you to the people who have bought and donated. We're up to £626. That's very much amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Talking of videos, I just want to say thanks to Bex because she's made a fan made video of Fox's.
We will get that synced with the proper version and play that next week. A little fan made video
I
of
haven't seen
Fox's.
that.
I was proper touch. Like, cheers, Bex. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah, I woke at 6:30 to it, so I didn't get time to sync it up to the proper version, get it in the show. But next week we will have it for you. We're also going to chat about the Nirvana Baby soon. We got Trev's song, well, sort of, and we've got Chris's album of the week. We've got Ricky's confession, and we've got Jesus Zipen. Old Jesus coming out for us. But before that, we've got Trevor's song, well, sort of. So last week we played Stage Struck. You all should know Trev's classic Stage Struck by now.
Is that the first one that he played?
That's the first of Trev's songs, we ever played. It's a classic little kind of rocking number. Sounds like a late 70s Slade Quo Sweet song. You know.
It's got Thin Lizzy in there. It's just that
It's
boozy rock, isn't
fucking
it?
mega.
So we decided as the three of us, as Space Potatoes, to record our version of Stage Struck and do a cover of it. So here it is. Did you like it, Trev, before we play it?
Absolutely loved it. Can't wait for it to go on air because as soon as it's finished, I'm going to sue your ass.
Oh. Right, well, I'll turn it up for us.
Loved it.
do.
I love it. Not love.
I will turn it up for us so that we can enjoy it.
Yeah.
And here it is, Stage Struck, Trev's song, but performed by Space Potatoes. Here we go.
Feeling good like I did last night. The place is rocking
So there we go. That was Stage Struck there. Space Potatoes cover of Trev's song.
All of us sounding like Def Leppard right
It's
at the
just
end
great to hear it done.
now. Mega.
Great to hear it done professionally.
Oh, I don't know about professionally.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's
Oh,
pushing
man.
it, Trev.
No, it's great, honest.
Professionally, I didn't finish my vocals till last night.
No, did I?
Yeah, exactly.
It's almost, I feel like I've sold a song that's all worthwhile,
Ah.
if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's a bit of recognition to have someone go,
It is.
that song's good enough for us to...
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a fantastic song. And like Dave and I were chatting, we were saying...
It is now I hear it like that.
But we were saying we'd never write a song like that. It's not in our sort of vocabulary or whatever. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not in our realm, really.
It just sounds great.
So we jump into it like, yeah, let's do this. It's
Yeah.
rocking, and like everyone was just buzzing doing it.
But it's got that
Brilliant.
excitement, which is when we actually used to do gigs, we were always excited to do anything,
Yeah.
and it's got that feel to it.
Mega.
As you get older, you start getting a bit old.
Trevor Gilligan, as you get older, you start getting old. I'm going to have that
Oh,
on your
that on a
gravestone. Yeah.
But it's
Does the
not
right
that,
go into
like,
the right? Does the left go into the left?
Yeah, you said that once, didn't you? You fucking... Jesus.
I think the money has gone up.
yeah.
I mentioned that. So it was gone up to 626. We did that
Oh,
earlier.
really?
I don't think it's gone up again.
Oh, right, okay.
Well,
I just spotted it.
no, I don't think so. But thank you anyway. Thank you for it has gone up since the beginning of the show. So thank you again for that. So let's move on to your comments.
The dirt is gone.
So we have Evelyn Anderson there saying great song, great video from a great album. Talking about our new Second Sight video, which we'll be playing in a bit. We got Sharon saying, oh, holy hell, did we just witness a miracle? White men can dance, or can they? Talking about Alex in the Jesus the Pen clip last week. We've got Evelyn saying, I like this Jesus the Pen. It's so different and entertaining with Alex. So Alex has got a bit of love on the channel, which is good. And Christine said, how's the meeting with Jesus the Pen's in-law? Yeah, well, we will have to ask Jesus and find out at some point. We've got Eddie Cridlington saying that's absolutely great about the Second Sight video. Great song, great video, great singer. Glad to see the Spud drumming. He was just a child in the documentary Bravo Space Potatoes. So that's there from Christine about the new Second Sight video. And Evelyn says, never get tired of listening to 1,000 things. Christine says you might be tired when you've heard it 1,000 times. Evelyn loves Fears. Sharon says she was correct. I did recognise Alex. And Evelyn finally says, where does Trevor get all these stories from? They are brilliant. So that's some of the comments we've had in the last week. Leave us more comments on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe over there. And yeah, we will feature the best comments in our show on Sunday. So let's move on to the next the next bit of news. So this week, Spencer Eldon, the baby on the cover of Nirvana's 1991 album Nevermind, well, he's 30 years old now, and he was only 4 months when he appeared on the album cover. But he's actually suing Nirvana, and his lawsuit says defendants intentionally commercially marketed Spencer's pornography and leveraged the shocking nature of his image to promote themselves and their music at his expense. He's trying to get $150,000 in damages from each of the people named, and the people named are Geffen Records, drummer Dave Grohl, bassist Chris Novoselic, photographer Kirk Weedle, and of course Courtney Love, and the executor of Kurt Cobain's estate. The photographer was actually a friend of the baby's parents, yeah. But Eldon's lawyer says, saying that with the image of the dollar on the front cover, it makes the baby resemble a sex worker. And he also says that the parents never signed a release form with a bit of paper that allows his image to be used. And his parents were only given $200. And the court papers say that Geffen Records said that a sticker was going to be used over the private parts, but it wasn't.
It was in certain stores wouldn't stock it back in the day when it was released.
And Spencer Roy, he claims that the whole experience gave him extreme and permanent emotional distress. So we can see him there as a baby on the front cover there.
As the resident Nirvana nerd, it didn't stop him appearing on the Classic Albums DVD, did it? And it didn't stop him recreating the shoot, and it didn't stop him turning up at Comic Cons asking for his, pay to get his signature.
Yeah, and and charge for photos. The guy is a prick.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I get Dave's stance is if a lawyer came up to you and said, I can get you X for something that happened and we can go at this angle, and he's such a money grabbing twat that he probably
do you genuinely think he's gonna win?
No.
Well, I think the stuff that they've reported on in the press, about the mental stress and whatever, they always put that in. But I actually think the fact that him or the family were not paid for the picture and they never got a model release form, I think that actually holds more weight in terms of having a law case.
Management on the photographer and the record label, isn't it?
Why didn't these parents save 30 years ago? Why are you using a picture of my baby?
Maybe they didn't know their rights. Maybe they hadn't had some legal advice. And at the end of the day, maybe the parents don't care. But it is him. And, later in life, as he's an adult, he can probably go, hang on a minute, they never paid me for that picture. I could get some cash out of that. So,
yeah.
It is a bit unfair to, one of the most famous babies on an album cover, the parents or him didn't get any model release rights. I mean, that's standard.
It is, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Couldn't he have just asked?
Well, not the baby. He was only little.
Why was I never paid for this? I want handout.
Well, I think that's what it is.
It's a good timing, isn't it? Well, it's going to be in the public conscious of never mind, it's 30 years old now, and it's in the. I was going to say zeitgeist, but that's the wrong word.
Well, I haven't read the exact court papers, but I'd imagine that the emotional distress part and all of that is just kind of put in at the end, and the press are picking up on that, making more of a big deal about that. I can't imagine the emotional stress is the main crux of the
legalities probably do stand up. The non-disclosure agreement or whatever. I mean, when my kids have done stuff, because George and Lily were both child models, and George appeared in loads of football programs wearing baby grows with Celtic top on or something, and that was all signed off and stuff, so it could be used and all that kind of stuff. Standard. Back in 1991 in LA, when they were rushing an album out, they probably thought, "Oh yeah, we'll get them in." It's.
They also didn't expect it to sell anywhere near as much as it did.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the thing in the Nirvana story is something like, if we do really well with the video on MTV. And everybody works really hard at the label, in about 12 months, we might have gone gold if we're lucky, And it was why is that playing again?
Don't know, just turning it down, putting it on in the background while we talk. Carry on.
Okay. Freaked me out. No, it was the fact that the album no one expected it to change the face of music like it did. So yeah, probably there was a kind of a few of I hope that doesn't come back to bite us on the arse at the record label.
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, I'm in two minds about it. The way it's been reported, I think it looks worse than it is. I think if you actually took the case on a more legal footing, I think it has some merit to it, and I don't blame him. I don't think he's an idiot for doing it, but I know different opinions. Ricky immediately jumped in with the
sorry, mate, but this is just total fucking bollocks. No, I do not give a fuck what anyone says. I don't care what angle you come at. It is bollocks. Go away. Just go away, you money-grabbing cunt. Go away. Total bollocks. There is no fucking case here. Total bollocks. Can we move on?
Ricky the lawyer. We should have a section, Ricky the lawyer.
If he came in and said, I've got a case, I'm going to sue Nirvana because they used my picture 30 years ago and suddenly I'm affected by it, I'd sue him. Get out the courtroom. Shot.
Justice,
gone.
Ricky style.
Get rid of.
Any words of wisdom on this, Trev?
None at all.
Tell you what they should have done with that baby. Kept it under the fucking water.
Oh, Ricky, come on.
No, sorry. I'm sorry.
That's can't say
Most
that.
of it, I got the chance of making some money,
I'll start on OnlyFans. I have.
Oh dear.
Everyone's
Didn't you say that you'd not made any money off that though, because they'd stopped doing pornography or whatever?
Oh, they've changed their mind now.
Oh, Janice just put "Let's get Flossie on a."
I was looking at that. I actually think that's not a bad idea.
She's our number one fan, our original and youngest fan.
We should have to take a picture of her in the bath or something, and then make it look really cheap, like Flossie in a bath
with a potato in front of her,
with a 1p coin. Oh dear. So we got lots of people agreeing with Ricky and saying Ricky should be a judge. Rachel Wood says with Rickster on this one, he's a money grabber. So another
Ridiculous
frivolous
case.
lawsuit from Sharon there.
I'm always going to be touchy because it's Nirvana, isn't it? It's like
So right, let's move on to.
You know what I'm like though. I've always said this. I see bullshit as bullshit, and this is bullshit.
That's why I brought it up. I knew it would make an interesting conversation, especially with you, Rick.
Someone's saying Ricky rants, new section of the show. Do not get me started. Please.
Imagine it. Can you imagine?
Just do not.
Every week, I think I'm going to pick a topic that's going to get him started.
No, because I'll get stressed.
Might lose viewers, and he
get
doesn't need to
stressed.
stress. Yeah.
Right, so we're going to move on now to the new video that we've done for Second Sight. So this is our old pick. It is one of yours, Chris. Yes. Not in the chart. The people didn't select it.
No one's voting for me these days.
No one votes for Chris anymore. Well, not many people have voted actually this week, so it was a bit of a disappointment.
No excuse.
But luckily, the ones that did voted for good songs. So there we go. Anyway, this is Second Sight. I finished off the video, which we actually a bit of a version of this video was in 2020 Rendezvous, and I rushed those little sections of the video out just to have something in 2020 Rendezvous, because obviously the band is fictional and we didn't really make that video. But then I thought, well, I've got the footage, so I will make that video, and I changed a few bits. So it's had a bit of a 2021 remake. Zhuzh up. Had a bit of a zhuzh up. That's the thing. So a lot of you have probably already seen it. It's been on Facebook, been on YouTube, but it's the first time we're playing it on the show. So this is the new Second Sight video. Here we go.
I sing your words. They feel absurd. I can't walk away, or I wouldn't get paid from you. No longer friends. The bitter end. You won't let me speak, and I start feeling weak. I got you inside. You're not always right. Controlling in all you do. You're just paranoid. I'm slightly annoyed. I'm not giving my soul to you. I'm living on the edge of my nose. You're gonna get what you deserve. You'll see. so ashamed, but I'm not to blame. I've got it inside, you're not always right, controlling in all you do. You're just paranoid, I'm slightly annoyed, I'm not giving my soul to you. I'm living on the edge of my nose. You gotta get what you deserve. You won't
There we go. That was the new Second Sight video there. Let's see what you're
really
saying
pissed
about
off
it. Come on
during
then. So we've got I'm the God of Hellfire and I bring you Second Sight from Mike Crooks there. Christine says, is it a way to cook potatoes? Yeah. Flame grilled spuds from Mike Crooks. Fun fact. Oh yeah, there were some good facts going on in there. Chris looks evil in this one. What was it Anne said about you before? Sultry.
Me?
Sultry.
Sultry,
Yeah,
sultry,
so
yeah.
you're sultry and evil.
Yeah. Never make me in a dark alley.
David likes it. Evelyn agrees with Anne that you look evil, and then Chris is
I
looking
did once,
very
you had no
moody.
beard.
Yes, you did. I once, for a laugh,
Beard?
shaved my beard off at the start of a tour and bumped into Ricky going into production rehearsal. Oh, the day before production rehearsals. Went, all right, mate. Literally, like, right next to each other. And he went, ah!
It's so weird.
You without a beard.
It's not a good look.
It's not a good look.
Very, very weird. There's
Right.
got to be like a picture online somewhere of you with no beard. We've got to find and show it.
Well, there's loads of pictures of him. Like, then there's a picture in 2020 Rendezvous with him without a
cover,
beard.
The four of us is me with no beard. That was taken on my stag do, that picture.
Oh, right.
So Richard's agreeing that you're moody, but before any of that, before we get to even more comments, we've had some more cash come in. Thank you very much. And it's Ricky's confession time.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
Here we go.
What are you confessing this week, Rickster?
So, have I not got any music that I need to wait for?
Oh,
No, I've done the little boom thing, but I turned it down.
right,
So go on, Ricky.
Okay. Right, so when I was in my last years of school, I was, 16, 17, whatever.
You lasted that long?
A friend of mine had a load of porn mags, and I wanted them, and I swapped him this big, massive graffiti pen for a bunch of these porn mags. I got home, stored them under my bed, and I remember one night I was flicking through, and I didn't have any credit on my phone, so I've seen this like advert, text this number, and I remembered that my dad had free texts, and I didn't know how the whole text system worked at the time. If you text these numbers, I thought free text, it'd be free. Anyway, I'm texting these numbers, and I've been just a dirty little git, and I remember my dad came in the room one day and was like, who have you been texting on my phone? Like, and I'd run up an £80 bill. Texting these dirty numbers.
Oh dear. I wonder when Jesus...
Needless to say, he never let me use his phone again. But yeah, run up an £80 bill. Text. Sorry, Jesus. Jesus Christ!
Ricky, you're a very naughty
Yes.
boy. And more than that,
He's a very naughty boy.
you've disappointed your dad, you've disappointed your mum, and You probably disappointed the person you were texting, to be honest, knowing the sort of things that you say. It was probably all just, can I shit on you and all that.
So, you fancy taking the shit on my chest?
So I want you to say 46 Hail Marys and also a couple of Hail Satans as well, just for good measure, because you never know.
Okay.
I haven't got much more to say on this, so back to you, Ricky.
Yeah. Well, that was my confession.
So that was Ricky's confession time.
Oh, God, mate.
Funny.
Nice
You dirty little tonker.
Yeah, I know.
such a naughty boy. So we have a script, pretty much a script, as much of the script as we're going to script for episode 1. We're moving on to episode 2.
We're working on that this morning, weren't we, Dave?
We were chatting about that this morning. We had a whole segment that we came up with while I was trying to get to sleep before I had to go and move my car.
Yeah, sorry.
But that's another story for another day. I've already moaned about that offline. But yeah, so it was. It's looking really good. Really proud of it. You know, even on paper, not on paper, but virtual paper. It's very exciting. So, but there's a few people still that we need to cast. We're going to ask some people to get involved. So if you're one of those lucky people, then please
apologise now.
Yeah, apologies for making you do a load of work for our little thing. But you can always say no, but then we cry.
The exposure.
So yeah, no, really proud of that. That's coming on nicely. So thank you very much. 642 raised so far. That's going to go to some good use. I've already bought a couple of little radio microphones to go with stuff, so we can do stuff independent of Sean a little bit easier. And me and Ricky can film stuff that I need to do, and me and Chris can do some bits out and about. So that's all looking good. But before we move on to any of the new stuff in the show, next bits and whatever, we have the chart number 3 position for the week, which is Foxes. We haven't got the fan video to go with it yet because I need to...
Sorry, it'll be in the top 5 next week, don't worry.
I'm sure it'll be in the top 5. People vote. If you vote in the top 5 next week, then...
People should vote for Birds, really, though.
If it's in the top 5, you'll get to see Bex's video.
Yes. It's great.
Birds are great, aren't they? I mean, sorry, foxes, yeah.
They're like they're a nuisance.
Well, it depends. If they wake you up, if they're outside your window waking up in the morning, squawking away.
Yeah.
Talking about what they had for breakfast.
Yeah.
It's just a pain in the arse. Wakes you up, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're a nuisance.
Nuisance things.
Yeah.
Nuisance. Right. So Brian Craven says he's prepared to pose nude underwater for the trailer free of charge. Thank you very much. And Mike Penn has asked about the VR project I'm working on. Let's discuss that later. And when we do a midweek chat, and it's a bit more informal, we'll talk about VR because I've got loads of stuff there. But yeah, before that, we got Foxes. Here we go. This is from 14, which you can buy at 2020rendezvous.com/shop.
Have you seen the news today? It's not looking good. Everyone's going crazy now, but we knew that they would. 'Cause it's what they love to do. Well, how have you been? You've not much to say. Just turn off your TVs and you'll be okay. We'll blame it on the media today. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. fade away. Have you heard the news today? It's the same old shit. People falling for the latest lie, and it's making them rich. Yeah, it's just what they do. One day they'll disappear, and hopefully they won't return. I hope your eggs go up in flames and we'll watch as they burn. We'll blame it on the media in turn. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they fade away. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they go away. It won't be easy. It's gonna be hard to pick yourself back up again and remember who you are. If I could tell you, I've got so much to say. We'll blame it on the media until they go away.
Yeah.
So we've lost Chris, but it looks like he's left his microphone there. It looks very phallic.
Looks like his mic's got his hand up thinking.
Christine says, was there a fact about me today? Not yet, but there will be. I have a fact about you coming up, Christine. Lots of people, well, not lots of people. I'm exaggerating there. I'm doing a Trump. Thousands of people were discussing Anne staying at the YMCA. Well, that was actually only 2.
Huge.
But
It's
It's huge. It's the largest number of people ever discussing Anne Blair staying at the YMCA.
Hugest gathering on earth.
We've got
It's
some good numbers
huge.
on this. I can't do an impression of him, but the bullshit he came.
Oh, he definitely didn't speak like that. We got some good numbers on this. I'm Donald
Did
Trump.
I? My name's not Phil Booney.
That's what you sound like.
Do I?
Yeah. Ricky, rate my
Yeah?
impression of Chris. Scale of 1 to 10. Oh, I'm Chris Barnes. Oh,
solid 10.
that's exactly. Sounds just like him.
Oh, fancy a better day when the sun shines.
It's amazing how you managed to say that without moving your mouth, Chris. Or was that you, Rick? Oh, well.
I want me, mate.
It's a good point to move on to the section of the show which people are colloquially calling on the internet in chat forums everywhere the northern bit, because it is Chris's album of bloody week Chris's album choice of week. He's been getting stoned. Right, praise be, listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. Shut up.
Oh, it's important now when I
It's
talk.
fucking important, this one. I love this album. Get on with it.
So this album is Hysteria by Def Leppard. No,
Fuck
the
off.
album of the week is the incredible Modern Life is Rubbish. This is Lily's vinyl copy by Blur. They were at risk of being dropped by their record label in the back end of 92, start of 93, and managed to completely pull themselves out of the shit by making the best album of their career. I know they're well known for Park Life and for the later stuff in their career, but the true Blur fan knows that this is the best album they ever made. I would like to bring in my esteemed guest, Mr. David Fowler, at this point to chat with me about the merits of this wonderful piece of music. David.
Right, well, as people might have seen there, I'm a little bit biased because I did have text over the album. Usually I put the album picture on next to Chris, and then I have text over it. I don't usually have text over it, but today I did, and it said, the best album of the 90s. And I mean that with all sincerity. That album is just a game changer. I've listened to it in the last week. I've listened to it twice, start to finish, in my car. It's just amazing. And if you look, in fact, if I go back, I'm going to try and, I'll go back to the album pick and you'll see Chris, right? And just look at the font of where Blur's written, okay? The font of their logo, and then look at the B where I've written the best album of the 90s. I even tried to match the fonts to get Space Potatoes to look like. I mean, they are such an influence on us, an influence on my... It is just...
Completely, yeah. And I mean, I remember one thing I always get over Dave is I saw Blur when they appeared on Cheryl Baker's Saturday morning show, Eggs and Baker, miming to There's No Other Way. And my best mate Jamie rang me, or he rang me, I rang him, whatever. Look at this band. This sounds like See Emily Play. We were both really excited. And that was it. We were in at the start with them, really. And then For Tomorrow came out, the first single off this album, and we just couldn't believe it. Even my dad, who's a bit of a stickler for older music, came in and went, bloody hell, that's amazing, he sounds like David Bowie. And then the album came out and it's got the chords on the lyric sheets, so you could, as a fan, you could sit there and play along, which was genius. That was
particular favourite tracks on that album. I mean, Colin's Eel is absolutely amazing.
Everything's amazing on it. It really is.
I've got to say, Oily Water recently, I've been listening to a lot of that, and that bootleg that I posted on Facebook, the version of Oily Water that they did in Denver there is just something else. It's just absolutely amazing. But that album, there's also little secret tracks on it between, end of the song, it fades out and goes to a secret track. There's a track on there called Intermission, which we have parodied, which is one of the things you will hear on the show all the time. The little descending piano thing is parodied from that album. It is just...
There's a track called Sunday, Sunday, Dave.
There's a track called Sunday, Sunday, which is where Monday, Monday came from. It's just, it's a
massively important album for me and for Dave.
I'm going to bring it up again.
If I could just tell anybody, if they were going to invest, because I've noticed sometimes in the comments people say, I checked out that ELO album or Queen 2 or whatever I've suggested. You're going to dig into this. Just start at the beginning. Start with For Tomorrow and you will hear it straight away. You will hear some of the chord changes, the harmonies, the way we've done some of these songs. You will get where Space Potatoes, the love of Blur, that's where it's all started. The very first gig Dave and I did in the band that we're in together with Ricky, to sort of calm pre-show nerves, we actually just put this album on and listened to it. I remember us in that dressing room with all red walls. There's a picture of me playing your 72 Strat in a check shirt. That happened that day, but we were listening to this album just to sort of, because it's just a comforting experience, isn't it? Because we know it so well.
Oh, what an album! And the whole bit in Wish I Wasn't Here where it breaks down. In fact, you don't really hear that on the album. It was the single version of For Tomorrow that had the extended, or not the single, sorry, the extended Primrose Hill mix with the extended with the brass, but it was the way they did it live. It's so good. It is one of my favourite albums of all time. I'm so glad that Chris picked it. It's one of Chris's favourite albums of all time.
Can we just talk about what's on the front of the cover, though?
And yes, Ricky and I both trained it. It's got Mallard on the front cover.
But do it again to the camera so they can see it. So lift it up a bit. Oh, look at there we go.
A mallard.
Tell us about mallards then. I know nothing about mallards.
Mallards, it's not plural, it's just one. It's an A4.
No, I'm saying about just the...
Yeah, that is the fastest steam locomotive in the world. In July the 3rd, 1938, it went 126 miles an hour. Right,
And there is a plaque on the East Coast main line of the exact exact point where it broke that record. And
look at that, the viewing figures have disappeared.
Brilliant.
Now, listen, just put this on, and it's like watching a behind-the-scenes documentary on Space Potatoes, because we'll go, right, I get it. Yeah.
Honestly,
Starting blocks.
That album, everyone should know every word of every song.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Trev goes, never heard it.
What an album. So there we go. That was Chris's Town. The northern bit. There we go. So coming up, we've got Jesus the Pen. Please subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube and everywhere. Like us and all of that, and tell your friends too. And keep going to 2020rendezvous.com/shop and buying things.
FC.
Handwritten lyrics. There's not so many orders of those. I thought there'd be more handwritten lyric orders, but you're not wanting us to write for you. Anyway, so let's have a look and see what's at number 2 in the chart this week.
Je m'appelle le Christ. Le best!
This week's number 2, it's Damaged Breathing.
Hope you're feeling happy.
So, Trev, that was Damage Breathing there. So, Trev, you've got your Oculus VR headset after I recommended it after I got one, and
It's charging as we speak.
I'm looking forward to sending you some links.
Yeah, I'm just navigating around it at the minute.
No, it's a good thing. I will send you some of the things that I've been working on, and we'll have a bit of a reveal about that at some point.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me how to receive them and all that, because at the minute I just switched it on and went through the tutorial thing.
It's quite easy and intuitive, isn't it, to move stuff
Pretty
around?
much, yeah.
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 Ricky enjoyed my one. I thought you'd have bought one by now, Ricky.
I'm going to get one. 100%.
Got them in
Just needs to happen.
$299.
Well, as you know, it's Sunday, and if you've skipped church, you need not feel guilty, because it's Jesus time with Jesus the Pen.
Hello everyone, Jesus here. I've been contacted by a lawyer that suggested that I could actually sue the writers of the Bible. Yes, I think that's the church. My church. I could sue them because they depicted me in a sexual way against my will. Now, fair enough, I have been dining out on this book for the last 2,000 years or so, but that's beside the point. There's millions of dollars at stake. So I've decided to go ahead with the case and sue the church, that's my church, for depicting me in a way that I think is sexually explicit. I mean, what else did they mean when they put me on a fucking cross? Anyway, the lesson of this week is that if there's cash, sue. Amen.
So there we go.
I mean, I'm not being. He has got a point.
This is nib.
Oh dear.
Got 3 points, didn't he? Whoa.
What's that?
Points of
Jesus.
contact.
No, he had 3 points. One in the left, one in the right,
Yeah.
one through his feet.
Ah. Ooh.
But Woody fell off, that's the thing.
Jesus wept uncontrollably on the cross.
Did he?
Probably.
You would, wouldn't you?
Pretty much.
No, weren't he just up there singing "Always Look on the Bright Side of Life"?
No, it was Eric Idle.
Oh right, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's an easy confusion to make.
Well, you got a geezer on the cross. You got another geezer on the cross. You got a geezer at New Cross. Don't know where I'm going with this.
No, right, let's move on to this week's number one because we're well over time. This week's number one, everyone. Everyone, a number one. A number one, everyone.
One.
1, 2, 1, 2.
One.
Check. Yeah, check.
It's cows.
One.
It's one of yours, Rick. It's cows. Moo. Do you think you are?
Mer-
Hello, can I talk to the manager? I've got a complaint to make. This roast chicken tastes really funny. I think it's past its sell-by date. Now I would like a refund, please, and 10% off my weekly shopping, 'cause all the stress you've brought to me. I'm feeling faint now, my blood level's dropping, 'cause I'm Cowan. I'm Cowan and I want to talk to you, Cowan. I'm Cowan and I want to talk to you. I just want to know your name, where you're from, what's your age. I just want to make a formal complaint. I've just seen a man on the stairwell. I'm not quite sure, but I think he's smoking. Excuse me, but you can't smoke there. I don't care if you need some release. If you don't move, I'll get really angry. And then I'll just have to call the police, 'cause I'm Cowan. I'm Cowan and I want to talk to you, Cowan. I'm Cowan and I want to talk to you. I just want to know your name, where you're from, what's your age. I just want to make a formal complaint to you. I just want to be a dick for no real reason, it's just for kicks. I just want someone to take the blame, 'cause I'm Cowan. I just want to know your name, where you're from, what's your age. I just want to make a formal complaint to you. I just want to be a dick for no real reason, it's just for kicks. I just want someone to take the blame. I just want to know your name, where you're from, what's your age. I just want to make a formal complaint to you. I just want to be a dick for no real reason, it's just for kicks. I just want someone to take the blame, 'cause I'm Cowan.
So there we go. That was this week's number one. Ada says, "Oh yes, I hate the sunshine. Truly starting to believe the facts are quite accurate." You see? No, I'm. There's some intelligence going on here. We have
Science.
we have people out there spying on all of you so that these facts are absolutely accurate.
Absolutely true.
Even when they're not accurate, they're accurate.
We've got all spy cams and everything.
We do. Jesus Christ.
true.
The hours of footage I have to sit through watching Ricky's bumhole. Just to come up with these
Jenna
facts.
texted me before and said, "Has Ricky got a camera on me? Because I've just used Sillet Bang because you went bang and the dirt is gone." I went, knowing Ricky, he probably has got a camera on you.
That's when you shoot a pervert.
What's that?
Bang and the dirt is gone.
Shoot a pervert, bang and the dirt is gone. I suppose so.
Maybe my favourite colour is ice cream. My favourite ice cream is purple.
Right, it's time to go, everyone. Christine is right. It's absolutely time to go. Enjoy all the people in the UK. It's bank holiday tomorrow, so enjoy your bank holiday.
Come 6 times a year.
There's no, it does. Go, you're just making me think of the song now. That's Jubilee on Part of Life. He's referencing there. There's no stream.
Referencing bank holiday. You
Oh,
did,
bank
didn't you?
holiday. Sorry, I'm half asleep, man.
Call yourself a Blur fan.
I only woke up
Shocking.
at half hour before this show. I'm still half asleep.
No
so
excuse.
there's no stream on Sunday, everyone. We're going to do one on Wednesday or Thursday. We'll do a more kind of casual one, and then we're taking Sunday off because we've got something else we all need to do. And but so it does say at the end, I didn't change the text. It does say see you all next week, but that's a lie. We're just lying to you. We are liars, but we're honest
That
in
isn't
our
a fact.
lies.
Oscar?
Yep, Oscar as well. So it's goodbye from Chris. Do you want to say goodbye, Chris?
Good night.
Trevor, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye.
Ricardo.
Wiedersehen.
And it's a goodbye from me as well. See you later, Space Potatoes. Do the noise. Come on, yeah. Bye.
You and me and you. 2020 rendezvous. There's so much